go. The big bottle that I almost tipped over and broke. Oh, that would have been a travesty. But we're going to... The lights are on, the bar is set, my glasses are empty. Welcome back to another episode of One More Pour here in the Teeqlife Media Studios. I am your host and the proprietor of the Teeqlife Media Group, Don Ferguson. We're getting right into the action because we have 3 bottled RTDs to try today. Yes, we're back with the second episode for Mission Cocktails. Now, Mission Cocktails is a California-based company that produces bottled RTD cocktails with all natural ingredients that are locally sourced within 100 miles of bottling. If you watched the first episode featuring Mission Cocktails, then you know this is a pour with a purpose. This company benefits food banks by funding, to date, over 1 million meals. If you didn't watch that episode, we highly recommend that you do. We tried their Margarita, their Old Fashioned, and their Cosmo. All 3 were Teeqlife approved. People, these are bar strength craft cocktails in a bottle. And I have to say, the Old Fashioned that we tried before, yeah, it's gone. Okay, what are we trying today? We have 3 bottled cocktail expressions that we're trying. So the first one is going to be the Mai Tai. The second one is going to be a Manhattan. Oh, do I love a good Manhattan. Last but not least, let's shake this bad boy up. We have a Jalapeno pineapple margarita. First up is the Mai Tai. I don't even know if I've ever had a Mai Tai. I'm sure I have, going to a tropical country. You know, you get off the boat or the whatever it may be, and they hand you a drink, like they should. All right, it's time for business. Hat to the back. You know that TLC song. But we are going in with the Mai Tai. I didn't know where it was. It was hiding. It didn't want to be drank. I got my cocktail glass. We're going to use a cocktail glass this time. And magic of TV, I have some reusable ice cubes that I get from Amazon. These are phenomenal because they don't dilute, they won't melt. Yeah, it only keeps it cold for a certain amount of time, but I think we're in good space here. The Mai Tai. So we want to shake these up. It always says here on the label, make sure you shake them up. These have not been chilled. So these are going to be room temperature at this point. And we pop that bottle off. Let's just do a nice little pour here over the ice cubes so that way we can kind of chill it. We're going to put this right here so it's front and center. So it's talking to you as you're watching. As I swirl this around, this is 25% ABV. They make it with Caribbean rum, some coconut, orange liqueur, cardamom, vanilla, and spices, and all natural flavors as well. All right, it's still chilling. I want to get it as cold as I possibly can before I take my first drink, and nosing, of course. But the Mai Tai dates back to 1944, and it was originally made with rum, lime juice, orgeat, and curacao. Over the years, it did change up. They wanted to make it a little bit more tropical, and for Mission Cocktails, their Mai Tai is actually more of that tropical type of cocktail color. So it is like I would say, a nice yellowish. It almost looks like a margarita in a way, but it is not a margarita. It is a Mai Tai. So kind of same characteristics. Let's go into a nosing. Now, I don't get too much from cocktails like I would just a direct spirit, but let's see what it smells like. Oh, I get that rum. That rum is actually, wow. When I say that these are bar strength craft cocktails, I mean, they mean it. They definitely mean it there. But I'm getting some coconut. Some orange zest. So like an orange rind is kind of moving up there. That rum is really prevalent though. I get some spices and also just kind of a hint, a very, very faint hint of almond. Does it smell like the cocktail? I don't know. I don't remember having a Mai Tai. Maybe I've had one too many Mai Tais, so I don't know. But it smells amazing. So here's the rules. We're only going to take 2 tastes this time. Typically I do 3. First is to coat the palate. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Then we're going to do a second to really open up and talk. Number 1. Oh. That's creamy. There is some velvety goodness in there, but it has a lot of body to it. That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. I cheated. It's a very nice tropical drink. I'm definitely getting the rum. There's no doubt about it. It has a little bit of weight to it. That coconut, if you're not a fan of coconut, there is coconut here, but it's not crazy coconut. It's not going to go crazy, with the coconut. It's just a very nice, subtle hint. Round two, now we're going to really talk. That's nice. That's nice. Again, it's definitely got a lot of body to it. I'm getting some vanilla. There's some bright citrus bursts that are happening right there. So, more of a tropical theme? Absolutely. On top of that, I'm also getting like a little bit of nuttiness, like an almond. Just just very, very subtle. Not a lot. This cocktail is very balanced. I'm not getting, on the finish, it's pretty smooth. I'm not getting a lot of heat, although there is a little nice warmth right there. Really, really nice. I'd like to use some cocktail cherries in here as well, but that tropical flavor just really, really lingers. So imagine this. You're sitting by the pool or you're sitting by the water and there's sharks out there and you're just like, no, I'm not going in the water. I'm just going to sit and drink a Mai Tai. Yeah, that Caribbean rum is really, really present there. It is extremely well balanced, but it's not one of those cocktails where you're not going to, get the spirit. That spirit is there. I can absolutely taste it. It is soft, it's inviting. There are some nice warm spices on the back end of it. So for me, once again, they're doing some amazing things. So what are we rating it? We do a rating system of 1 to 5. 1 meaning no, 5 meaning run to the store and buy it. So, what are we doing? I gotta give this like a 4.3. This is a really nice bottled RTD of a craft cocktail that all you gotta do is come home from a hard day of work, walk in, put in your Stouffer's lasagna in the microwave, and pour you a cocktail. That was delicious. On to the next one, but before that, we have to neutralize the palate with some chili water. Ready. Next up on the menu, ooh, here we go. The big bottle that I almost tipped over and broke. Oh, that would have been a travesty. But we're going to a Manhattan. This one is a little bit stronger. This is a 32.5 ABV. I got my coupe glass. Yeah, we're going fancy. This is, we want to act like we're in a really nice high upscale diner. Now this is room temperature again, but with this one, I did shake it. For you playing at home, you're like, oh, you didn't shake it. I sure as hell did. All right, this is made with rye whiskey, Italian vermouth, and bitters. Very simple, easy to make cocktail at home, but I've had a couple messed up when I've been at a bar or something. Let's do this. We're gonna put one of these reusable ice cubes in and I'm gonna swirl it while we talk. So with the color, it's a very nice dark amber. It radiates in the light, so just very appealing. Time to get busy. Let's go in for a nosing. I am swirling this as we're talking, so it will bring the temperature down just a little bit. Of course, when you have it at a nice restaurant or bar, it's going to be, super ice cold. Oh, wow. Okay. Bold cherries. Very, very deep bold cherries. I can smell the whiskey. Wow, that is really rising up. That is nice. There's a dark chocolate essence to it too. And of course, from those bitters, I'm getting those baking spices. All of those spices are coming through. It smells exactly like a Manhattan. Who would have thought? Number 1. That is not syrupy. I was very, very concerned that it might be too heavy, that it might have, a syrupy type of complexity to it. But so far, absolutely not. Okay, number 2, and then we're going to talk. That ice cube keeps rolling. It hit me in the lip. Anyway, this is very sophisticated. It is not syrupy. It's not overly heavy whatsoever, which is nice. It's clean. I get those highlights of the Italian vermouth, so if I bust out talking some Italian, you know why. As I said, that rye whiskey, you can catch it on the nose. I'm definitely catching it in the taste as well. It's nice, deep black cherry in there. The vermouth is shining, balancing it completely. You got some orange peel flavors coming through. It's very savory. It is not overly sweet, completely balanced. That the bitters just bring everything together. And there's some baking spices. There's some herbs to it. It's very savory. I'm just gonna finish it. That is really nice. And those cherries, the more that you drink, the cherry, little bit of that orange peel, it's just rising up. Okay, I took the ice cube out. Why not? The finish, it's very long. It's very smooth. Hint of warmth. You got that caramel and just a tad of oak coming together. So, as far as a Manhattan, a bottled Manhattan, we're going to do a rating. You know the deal. We're going to go a 4.4 on this one. I really like this. I can imagine, eating dinner and then getting an after like a dessert drink, something like that. I could sip this all night long. Rumor has it that the Manhattan was invented around 1874 at a Manhattan club in New York City. The event, it was a banquet, and it was hosted by Winston Churchill's mom. But later on, if they did a lot of research like we do here at the Teeqlife Media Group, they found out that was not true. It was not created for this banquet whatsoever. However, fun fact is this was the first cocktail to use vermouth as a modifier. Palate cleanse time. A glass, some more ice, and we are on to the pineapple jalapeno margarita, which won double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, which is not easy. That is a very difficult feat to win a double gold, so kudos to them. On to some more fun. We're moving on to the pineapple jalapeno margarita, which won double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, which is not an easy feat by any means. That is a very, very difficult competition to rank in. I poured this and I can smell the jalapeno. And it's like a jalapeno skin, but we're going to get into that. This is made, and we're chilling it, so I want to get it as cold as I possibly can. But this is made with a Blanco tequila, orange liqueur, lime juice, jalapeno, and pineapple. Again, all these were pre-shook, so that way we mixed them up incredibly well. This one is a 25% ABV. This is a bar strength cocktail. Golden yellow. Very similar to the Mai Tai, but not identical. Let's go in for those aromas. As I told you, I could smell some jalapeno skin just rising. Oh, I can smell it right here. Right from here. It is very present. So this is a vibrant cocktail. So now that I get a little bit closer, I'm picking up that pineapple. I'm picking up a hint of lime. But yeah, there is definitely a jalapeno skin just oozing out of here. I wouldn't say it's, overly crazy or anything like that, but it is definitely there. Before we taste, I have an admission. I am not a spicy cocktail type of person. I love spicy foods, my hot sauces, barbecue, all of that stuff. But when it comes to a cocktail, it's really not my thing. Doesn't matter. I am a professional intoxicologist, so I am going to go in with number one. Okay, not as heaty, not as spicy as I thought. It is there, but it's not outrageous. As it lingers and sits on the tongue, it is opening up. But this is not an episode of Hot Ones where they're on like the 8th wing. Nothing like that. Number two, and then we'll talk. It's there. A little bit more on the second one. First one always coats your palate. The second one truly opens it up. But it's actually very smooth. It's nice and refreshing. You get a little bit of weight from that pineapple juice, because pineapple juice is traditionally a little bit heavier, but it has a nice tropical sweetness to it. Just a tiny kick at the end. It's not outrageous. It's not anything that's gonna, get you taking Tums after you take a sip. Nothing like that. And again, I'm not really a spicy cocktail type of guy. With margaritas, I don't like them too sweet. This one actually has a nice balance of tartness, sweetness, and spiciness on the back end. The spiciness actually kind of rests in the esophagus. It's like on your vocal cords, but it's not heating it up to where it's so spicy whatsoever. It just kind of tingles on the tongue. It's very balanced. So if you like a very spicy cocktail, you might want to kick this up a notch. The finish is bright. It's like got a nice citrus note to it. It's zesty, like citrus zest or something like that. I don't know if it's lime, orange, whatever like that. And just elements of heat, but nothing that's going to overwhelm you at all. If you didn't know, the margarita was invented in the late 19th century, but variants continued to evolve in the cocktail space. It wasn't until the 21st century that the jalapeno version came about. And if you go to a restaurant, very nice restaurant, whatever it may be, most of the time you will see some sort of spicy cocktail on the menu. Let's finish it. Super balanced. That is crazy. But that jalapeno skin is there, not the seeds. That's where you're going to get that firehouse effect where, you eat a whole jalapeno. It's really the seeds. That's what's going to do you in. What am I going to rate this? Again, I'm not the biggest spicy cocktail guy, but I think this could really hover there on a 4.0. I think for people that really enjoy a little bit of kick to their cocktail, especially a margarita, this will probably be right up your alley. If you want to learn a little bit more about Mission Cocktail, maybe order online, have it delivered to your house. We're going to drop the website in the comments along with Chili Water's website so you can learn about the amazing things that they're doing too. That wraps up another episode of One More Pour here in the Teeqlife Media Studios. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about the platform. If you have a recommendation of something that should grace the Teeqlife table here, hit us up. If you're looking for something for a special engagement, a celebration, be sure to contact us. We can help. Life's too short to drink a bad beverage, people. Choose wisely. We're going to see you on the next episode. Cheers.